Welcome back, folks, and today we've got Collingwood. Oh, Collingwood. I don't even know where to put this ship, honestly. As in revising my reviews for ships, we're going with honest opinions now. Honest opinion reviews. I would honestly say, don't get it. Do not get it. You can watch the replay, see how you really like it. But in terms of reliability and just being a better ship, Nelson is a better ship. By far. And the reason I say that is because Nelson just gets that super heal, that ability to print a new ship. And she gets more guns. 3 more turrets. Or 3 more barrels. Collingwood only gets 6 guns. Now, she does get 5 charges of heal. She does get a Hydra. But, I mean, look at the torp range on that. It's only 3 kilometers. That's not much. And then you get a reload booster. It's a gimmick ship. And it's honestly, it's a very poor gimmick ship at that. Honestly, I mean, even when you look at Duke of York has literally the exact same Hydra. But Duke of York's different. It's a King George, but the Hydro actually makes it worth a little bit better, and it has D-Stay A, Duke York. But for Collingwood, it doesn't have much going for it. Armor-wise, it's roughly around the same armor as Nelson. So you're getting basically a cheap Nelson with less guns, a less powerful heal, and it just doesn't really. It's just not a good ship, and I got it for free from the free Santa containers this year. So I wasn't really impressed by it. I tried to do some metrics. I thought it was okay. I tried to get an ops, and I wasn't honestly impressed. I'll be honest. The turrets are honestly, a 45-second reload, or turret traverse, and then 26 seconds on the reload. Now, with switch time, of course, that drops it down. So, of course, you always want to take gun feeder. But this is my battle cruiser captain. Meant for speed and everything. And you do want to maximize speed on this thing, because look at this thing. It's only 25 knots. Nelson, on the other hand, is only 24 knots, but again, it has more going for it. I feel like when it comes to Collingwood, I have to give it the Belfast 43 syndrome. It sucks. Why get this ship when you can whale and get the original? Because let's be honest, the originals are so much better. Belfast compared to Belfast 43. Collingwood was versus Nelson. The extra speed really doesn't make up for it. And when you look at it, Nelson even has a better turning circle. There's not much difference. And when you look at AA values, Nelson even has better AA technically. And like, we're gonna throw jingles on here. Yeah, Nelson doesn't get as much of a concealment, but its ability to print a new ship is just better. But really just watch the gameplay of this ship and decide if you want this ship. But from my personal and professional opinion, as your guide, no. Absolutely not. I would not recommend this ship. I know Devil bought this ship because he didn't have the Nelson. He whales a lot of money. He gets his Nelson. Cap has a Nelson. And he agrees that Collingwood is inferior. a lot of players would say it's inferior to Nelson. But Nelson's just a Nelson. It's great. It's a very powerful ship. Collingwood just isn't a very good ship. Even survivability-wise, when you look at it. Nelson still has more HP. And Collingwood has 10% torpedo reduction versus Nelson's 19%. Give or take, they're both terrible, but that's still 9% more. The ship is honestly just not even worth. I would honestly say it's not worth the review, but I would honestly make the review just to tell you guys not to buy the ship. But let's show you guys the footage, and you can make the decision if you want Collingwood or not. Personally, not for me. That's why I didn't buy it. I only got it for free. Welcome back, folks, since we've got Collingwood today with Cap and his T-61. He spent a lot of money this Christmas year and picked himself up one. We got double Bismarck, Mogami, Baltimore, and York. Now, this one was a really tough one, and it's hard. Collingwood is a ship I have mixed feelings on. Because it's literally the wannabe Nelson.
Ship commanders, suppress enemy resistance. Provide cover for the convoy.
And I mean, if you have Nelson, do you need Collingwood? I got the Collingwood out of the Santa containers, the free one, so I was like, eh.
Warship commanders, provide cover for the transport ship.
Standing by for instructions. Over. Contact. Enemy battleship sighted.
Now we shoot the New York, and we get junk. Not much damage. Now, in hindsight, we probably aimed a little bit too high. I was honestly still getting used to this ship. And there's not much point for me to really shoot.
Enemy aircraft carrier detected. Destroy the target.
Now York is going to take some torps. Takes one, but that really sucks a lot of his health out, doesn't it? And I'm thinking, oh, he may be dead.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Now, the turret traverse is pretty bad. We do kill ourselves a fort. And I'm thinking, I think we could have a dead York on our hands here. Okay, there's the first salvo. That leaves them at about 3,000. There's the back salvo. We shoot, and we want to watch and see what happens. He gets lucky. I don't know how the turret got knocked out.
Problem solved, sir. We've sunk an enemy cruiser.
But would I ever play this ship again after well, this match, honestly, probably not. Probably not. Because I really don't care for the ship. I really don't. I just don't know about the ship. I think it's just okay. I don't think it's great. I think it's just okay. If you got the ship in a Christmas container, don't sell it because it'll be one less ship you have to pick up later. If you haven't got this ship, I wouldn't even bother spending money on it. I think it's average at best. I don't think there's anything special about it. Yeah, it gets hydro, which has not the best mechanics. Gets 5 heals and then some reload booster. Maybe if they improve the reload booster where it reloads faster, like a quick firing, quick reloading booster, maybe I could recommend it then. And if they gave it German hydro, if they changed those two things, it might be worth it. But if you don't have a Nelson, I guess you could buy it. But if you have a Nelson, or you'd rather spend money on Christmas containers to get yourself a Nelson, I would honestly go for the Nelson. I think Nelson's just so much better. Because there are times I can put myself into a dangerous situation in a Nelson, lose half my health, and then turn around, pop a heal, and I print myself a brand new ship. But this ship, not so much.
We sunk an enemy cruiser. Enemy cruiser destroyed. Torpedoes dead ahead.
You see, just from that, we took a nice 8K salvo. The armor on this thing is junk. I feel like, even though the armor is probably the same on the two ships, Nelson and Collingwood, I honestly think the Nelson has better armor. Well, that and having 3 more guns does make a huge difference.
Blown up.
And Cap is going for the CV and a T-61. I'm thinking the only way you'll be able to pull that off is if you manage to get all your torps onto that guy. That's the only way you'll kill it, because you'll have trouble gunning down a Farragut. You'll have trouble dealing with the Omaha. Now we do get a nice citadel on it. That helps Cap out a little.
Fire, fire, fire.
And then it sets us for like a double fire. Now there goes the York again. Now he spent half the match trying to regain his health, and then he charges into a Cleveland. Which remember, Cleveland out DPMs a York. Now right there, you see it's already lost like 14k health.
All enemy transport ships were destroyed. Attention, enemy forces detected.
There goes Cap Shorts, and he's not having fun with that DD.
Enemy warships.
Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
He smokes up and he pops his Hydro, but he's thinking he's probably going to be dead. You look at that. He's only at 1,000 HP. And there he is detected. Fortunately, the Mogami is there, and Mogami gets a nice hit on him, and the Cap's able to finish him off. And that, so basically, the Mogami saves him. And Cap's Corps do hit the CV, but they also kill the Omaha. Now the Mogami does pick up the CV. Now it was on very low HP. Cap was not happy, but I was like telling Cap, you know, he kind of deserves it because one, he saved you, so that's probably his consolation prize. I mean you're alive, so.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy battleship sunk. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
This is the convoy commander. Protect the base zone.
Fire, fire,
Now,
fire.
I am keeping an eye on that battleship. That New Mexico has my broadside, so I am worried about it.
This is the convoy commander. Enemy onshore installations were suppressed.
I should have let them keep burning, honestly.
Problem solved, sir. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship sighted. Fire, fire, fire.
We get a nice 17k, and we're up to 175k in the Collingwood. And that Queen Elizabeth is just chunking to death. We lose the transport, but it's a whatever. We weren't gonna get it anyway. I get a nice 30k on that anchorage, and I'm thinking, can I get one more salvo? I get a salvo up, but I'm dead. And we get another Citadel, but not enough to kill him. And yeah, we're dead. So 222k is our final damage. With 1.5 million tanked. Again, we had 2 Bismarcks, remember. Those Bismarcks could have easily had pushed up and we could have had 5 stars. But it always happens when a battleship doesn't push up far enough on this side right here, where Cap is. I'm telling Cap, you know, you could just pop your engine boost and just YOLO rush them. You'll get more damage that way. Now, in all honesty, Cap should have just kept speeding up and turned and just charged right in. He really slowed down a little too much. Well, those torps won't reach it. It'll be dead before the torps even get there. So again, 222 is our final score. We made about 275 for credits. Not the best in terms of, you know, that. But when we go to team score, we do see that we are on the top with 1188. Baltimore, and then just Cap was like wondering how did he get second. But like I said, those Bismarcks could have played a lot more aggressively, much more aggressively. Yeah, you see that the Queen Elizabeth literally just took all my health away. It was literally that one ship was the Queen Elizabeth. But that's Collingwood for you, folks. You can free to make what you would of it, but my personal opinion, I think it's garbage. I think the ship needs a lot of buffs to really make it appealing. Because there's nothing that sets this ship over the Nelson, or even puts it on the level with Nelson. I think it's the inferior Nelson, personally.